I don't even know where to begin. I'm sure y'all have seen the news. You see my title. You know what I'm going to talk about today. I don't know if y'all realize how devastating it actually is for the community, but it is quite bad. It doesn't mean that Melee is dead. Nobody's saying that, but it is quite bad. And there's no sugarcoating it. It's pretty bad. So to start off, I'm going to start reading off some of the tweet longer, give you the high level overview. All right, let's go. So Beyond the Summit started 11 years ago with 2 Dota commentators and a dream. This is from LD on Twitter, who owns BTS, helped founded it. I don't know if other people co-own it, but he's one of the guys. And so basically at the beginning, explaining the history with it, how it started with Dota and how it grew from there, where they've run over 20 summits and included things, other games like Smash, Counter-Strike, TFT. I don't know if y'all remember the Dragon Ball Fighters, where if you haven't seen it, it was so sick because you got to hear people like Yipes on the Summit couch. It was fucking sick. But anyways, they've done a lot of amazing events over the years, Ultimate as well. And they have an Ultimate event coming up soon, like in a couple weeks, which is what makes this announcement so shocking and unexpected. So as I'm reading along, like I said, I did not expect this announcement to take place. I thought it was just going to be maybe like we're struggling, etc. Talking about how Beyond the Summit never took the venture capitalist approach, did not plan on selling out to people that were not going to take care of the esports community the way that they could. I think if anyone has experienced what Summit has done for any scene, they could tell that they are like a homegrown approach that aims to be profitable, but in the end, what they care about most is the communities that they are stepping into. They never really messed with a community without caring about like what's important to them, right? They didn't just jump in, milk us for money, and then get the fuck out and offer nothing in return. They always tried to understand what the communities were about. Basically, talked about how in the past there have been struggles, but they found a way forward. Here we go. We knew 2023 might be hard, but we've been through tough times before, so we had high hopes that we could withstand this recession. We are in a recession right now. Pretty much everyone knows that. Over the last year, as economic conditions have worsened across the industry, we have been working hard to build a pipeline of business to weather the storm. I imagine those pipelines include other projects such as like Wolfie's Pokemon Invitational recently, some Mogul Moves stuff, the way that they do production for a lot of big events, where they do take a cut of some of the money from like Twitch revenue and stuff like that, like split it. Basically, they handle a lot of these different things. They don't just run summits to make money. They also do other side events like the Roast of Hugo Gonzalez, if you guys remember that, or Main Stage. Oh, I didn't do a timer. Oh, shit. Hopefully this doesn't go over 15 minutes. Got it. Okay, cool. Unfortunately, despite our best efforts, things haven't broken our way. Throughout this time, our number one priority has been to ensure that our team doesn't get hung out to dry. We've been closely monitoring our financial situation, and over the last few weeks, we reached an impasse. Or impasse. I have no idea. I think it's impasse. Okay. If we keep going and things don't improve, we could run the company into the ground and not be able to pay anyone anything. But if we let everyone go now, we can give them advance notice, a head start to figure out the future plans, and good severance offers. So basically, I'll just continue. We don't want to leave our people out in the cold. We don't want to leave them with uncertainty, constantly wondering and worrying when the money will run out. We care about everyone who has helped build BTS. They have given so much, and they deserve to know exactly what is happening and have the best possible chance to land on their feet. Based on our current financial outlook and how challenging the next year looks, we decided that it would be irresponsible to keep BTS going in its current structure. So after nearly 11 years in business, we've made the extremely difficult decision to let all our people go. So there's no two ways about it. They're telling all their staff, every single person. It's not like a couple layoffs. It's everybody to hopefully be able to find other things that they could live on. All of our full-time staff were notified in an all-hands meeting earlier today, so it happened this morning. We felt we owed it to the community, our friends, and our partners to share our story, but we would like to kindly ask that everyone give our people some time and space to process the news in their own way. And then BTS is doing a bunch of cool stuff to help them out. They are keeping them on payroll for the next 2 weeks. Everyone will be offered 2 weeks severance on top of that, plus additional severance based on their time with the company. We'll also be paying to continue healthcare coverage for our U.S. employees through the end of April, so people aren't being left out to dry. We have already started putting together a spreadsheet of our staff with their contact info, work experience, and links to their resumes. Lots of talented people working at BTS. A lot of people that can provide a lot of service and value to any kind of org or any kind of project. And they're publishing it here. I'll put the link in the video. If you work for a production company, esports orgs, or other group that is hiring, please share your openings so we can pass them along. Basically, just encouraging other places, vouching for these people that worked at BTS. They are still planning on running Smash Ultimate 6 and complete all their ongoing or active contracts, etc. So, time was not on our side. We couldn't, in good conscience, continue with our current structure, knowing the potential risk to our people. Our team is incredible, and they help BTS build a sterling reputation and deliver world-class content. After all they have done for us, it wouldn't be right for us to ask them to bear the risk of uncertainty. Still, we're open to exploring other paths forward, especially ones that allow us to do right by our staff. BTS has a beloved brand, a fantastic network of talented people who make cool shit, and state-of-the-art studio, professional gear, and plenty of openings in our production calendar. If you'd like to discuss opportunities further, feel free to reach out on Twitter or this email. And then the thank you from LD to the Dota community. They never would have existed without their support. To the Smash community, you took an amazing event series and put an indelible stamp on your own and your own unique twist on it. Over the last 7 years, no community has shown more loyalty or passion than us, the Smash community. Other communities thanked were Rocket League. They did the Rocket League Summit, CSGO, FGC, TFT, Valorant, all that. To the talent, the players, the creators who have come through our doors, our shows and content wouldn't be half as memorable if it weren't for you. 100,000% true. To all the production assistants, video editors, photographers, technical directors, replay operators, camera operators, audio engineers, basically thanking all the staff and all the mods, to the brands that partnered up, to everybody that's put everything into this amazing organization that has helped out Smash and other communities for a very long time. And yeah. So, basically, this seems to be a result of the economy and also a desire to not leave the employees hanging. Basically, the people at Summit, from what I'm reading here, felt that if they were to just close its doors suddenly, the way, like, you know, the Guard, which was an esports org that shut down completely a couple days ago, and just let everyone out, let everyone hang out to dry. I mean, I'm talking like somebody moved. I read a story where somebody moved 2 days prior to that announcement. They moved from I think it was the East Coast all the way to LA to work for the Guard, and then this esports organization just shuts down without saying shit to anybody, and people like that are just left out to dry. BTS did not want to do that. BTS wanted to be responsible and let people go with notice, because they saw the future, they saw their finances, and they felt that they could not continue the way the business was going right now. So yeah, I agree with the decision. It makes me incredibly sad. Now, how bad is it? I think that it is incredibly bad. It affects all events. Like, there aren't events that work directly with BTS, but the result of them missing will be huge. For example, I don't know if people know this, but BTS doesn't just run summits. They help produce events like Genesis, well, they run their own events also like Main Stage, but they also do production, stream work, etc. for events like Genesis. I believe Shine. Basically, anytime you've seen a Smash tournament, and it is at twitch.tv/BTS Smash. Those events will no longer have the production talent that BTS provided. And now, granted, that doesn't mean that those events can't continue, but it does mean that they might need to look to hire other people who may not have the community's interests in mind as much, may not be as qualified or as high quality in their work. They may be greedier. They may charge more. I don't know. There's a lot of factors that are now going to be involved with working with new people. And we do not yet know the repercussions of that, but it is still scary. So that affects pretty much every event you could think of. Not only that, but the type of viewership and interest that BTS would bring in through its summits is going to heavily affect the scene at large. Because I'm positive that these summit events have been able to bring in new viewers and possibly new players. I mean, from every epic set, I'm talking like, I think Mango versus Zayn is probably the best set of all time. Think about how many people that brought in as players or viewers, right? And then on top of that, Summit actually was instrumental. I don't know if they're solely responsible. I don't know the details, but they were instrumental in securing the Papa John sponsorship, which is hands down one of the biggest financially helpful things that has ever happened to the community, where they supported the scene for an entire year. A corporate sponsor with lots of money was able to like financially support a bunch of events to be able to afford staffing and equipment without going as much into the red. And I don't know people's financials, but maybe even some of them managed to make some money for once, because tournament organizers usually don't. So I don't know if you've seen, but I have seen no news of that deal's renewal. And yeah, knowing that BTS was instrumental in a deal like that makes me feel like it's going to be much harder to pull off sponsorships like that again without them. Possible reasons I think we saw here: the economy, but also I wouldn't be, this is me speculating, I'm just thinking out loud here, but I wouldn't be surprised if the news from Nintendo Panda VGBC of the end of last year had something to do with it. I do know that sponsors run scared when just at the thought of Nintendo shutting down an event, and probably even more so when Nintendo actually does shut down an event. And I don't want to hear some bullshit about how, well, technically Nintendo didn't shut down the Smash World Tour Finals. Shut the fuck up. They clearly did. But when that happens, when Nintendo does something like that, it causes a lot of sponsors who would otherwise be willing to pay money to support Smash because of all the impressions and like branding help that happens when you support a Smash event. They might not be so willing to do that anymore because the threat of the event being shut down is extremely real, and they don't want to be associated with that. No sponsor does. Like, as much as we love their money, these corporations aren't people. They don't actually care about the scene or people or anything like that. They're looking for to get their money's worth. And if Nintendo shuts shit down, they're not getting anything out of their deals, so they'd rather just not risk it. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just much harder to get the kinds of deals that secure a company like BTS financially, so that they could keep going. That is me speculating. I don't know anything for sure, but yeah, that's some of my possible reasoning there. What it means for our future, I think it's going to be extremely tough. I think right now what we're seeing is some of the ramifications of what happened in December with Nintendo Panda and VGPC. It feels like it's going to be a snowball effect. If there aren't other like organizations as mature as BTS was in the space, it's going to be very tough to, like I said earlier, secure new sponsors, run events as well, garner new viewers and new talent. Hell, even showcase more content from the scene that undoubtedly creates like a type of view in the scene of Smash. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this cool content, all these cool events, it creates this world where you care about Smash. And with these things missing, it's going to be hard to keep the fringe people that are in our scene from sticking. It's going to be hard to keep them sticking around. So I think it's going to be pretty tough. Do I think that it kills Smash? No. But things are going to get much harder, and I'm hoping there's a way that that void is filled. Now, is there hope? I will say, and no, Ludwig can't save us forever. We need money, chat. I don't care how much we love Smash, and we do, but for the scene to thrive, we need money. And this is a thing that hurts our chances of getting money. Yes, people will continue to play Melee forever, so that might not matter to you, but I, for one, am of the mindset that, yes, I want us to play Melee forever, but I want more people to play Melee forever. I want it to be easy for people to play Melee forever. I want people to, if they want to play Melee forever as a job, they possibly have that opportunity. I want people, if they want to possibly cast Melee forever, or Ultimate, Smash in general, as a job, they have that opportunity. If they want to make content around Smash, I want them to have that opportunity. And BTS missing makes all of that incredibly difficult. But as far as something that gave me hope, the silver lining in this announcement, and I'll probably end it with that, is that LD did say here, still, we're open to exploring other paths forward, especially ones that allow us to do right by our staff. BTS has a beloved brand, a fantastic network of talented people who make cool shit, state-of-the-art studio, professional gear, all that. So this, to me, spells out that they are, one, possibly still looking to work events maybe. If those events come out and say, yo, we want to hire you for some big time money for the, like, lock you in for a year type thing, I don't know. Or a potential buyer of BTS, some omega rich entity that can actually save this. And you know, I know that the fear was always selling out to some VC who doesn't give like a shit about the scene, but they're at the point where selling is the only way to keep things going. That might be a thing, and it might be, you know, the right buyer. I don't know. So there's a, like, this to me screams, hey, BTS is here. It still exists. People still love it. It can still function, but it needs money. If you believe in it, if you believe in its growth, if you feel like you can run this ship, talk to us. That's what this reads like to me. I am just speculating. I don't know anything, but that's what it reads like to me. And maybe there's a world where some entity decides to say, hey, you know what? BTS is dope. We think you have a great thing going here. Let us save this ship and keep things going. I am hopeful for that. But otherwise, this is really dark news, and I don't know what's going to happen from here on out. I do know Melee will stick around, but I don't know in what capacity. And we always find a way, but this does hurt, undoubtedly so. And I feel for all the staff and our like personal friends who worked at Summit. I'm hoping that they land on their feet. I actually know they will, because they are all incredibly talented. They've done amazing work. And I know that even though esports is struggling, there is a place for all of these people. So hopefully everything works out. And yeah, we'll see what happens within the next couple of days. All right, so now I'm done with you, YouTube. I'm going to go back to my Twitch. Bye. Okay, see ya.